Hi, it's been a minute, and I just wanted to get on because I keep hearing White Swan, White Swan, White Swan event. And I wanted to explain a little bit about what that is as we move into 2024 and how you can create your own White Swan event. So, we've been hearing a lot in the media, in the financial sector, even in the spiritual community about Black Swan events, Black Swan events. And you may have noticed that these things perpetuate. For example, when I was growing up, you'd hear on the news only about the negative things in the world, and you wouldn't hear about positive. And they perpetuate into more negative things to the point where in the US, now there's children killing children, and gun violence is not seen as a thing, or rather, it's just accepted, I should say, or kind of mainstream at this point, with school shootings, et cetera. And that's just one of many, many examples that I could give. But I know that you're probably all quite well aware of black swans and what black swan event means. Now, a white swan event, the definition actually does say that it is something that you would see that is quite obvious. And I want to explain why actually it is obvious and how you are already, if you're watching this, embracing this, what we could call a white swan event, and how to step further into it. And I may do a couple other short videos diving deeper into different aspects of this, but basically, it involves going into a higher vibration. And by that, I mean connecting to source through your heart. You may have noticed I do not channel the Galactic Federation. I do not channel ascended masters. They may come in when I'm doing work for a person as their team. And there's a reason for that. And that also has to do with the White Swan event. So let me explain maybe that today. And then we'll do a short meditation connecting to source through our heart, bringing in and connecting to our full divinity. So we are in something, I believe, and not just me, there's science that also talks about simulation, that also talks about the matrix. And again, I can get further into that in other videos, but for today, let's just talk about why we're tapping into source and why we're tapping into our heart. And that is because if we're tapping into source of the highest, that's outside this dimensional field, outside the matrix. And from what I have downloaded, the galactic, anything within our universe is within this matrix. So if we're tapping into an ascended master or we're tapping into the Galactic Federation, we're getting information from within the matrix. Okay. So if you think about that just on the earthly plane, for many, many years, and still many people tap into their religion and their God. And you see, for example, what's happening with Israel attacking Gaza right now. And it just goes on and on and on and on, with religions fighting religions and people listening to their their master, the person in control, um, even on this earthly plane. Here's the thing. Here is the thing. You have the divine light inside of you. You are source. You are the universe. And if you tap into that, that's it, right? And by tapping into it, you're actually creating what some would say is the White Swan event, which is the heart-based divinity light being itself, remembering who you really are, remembering your power. Um, This became really clear for me when I started to embrace and do long distance sessions and healing and just knowing a person's name and their birth date, not even necessarily knowing where they live. I could tap into so much about the energy of that person, right? We're capable of so much. It's not unique to me. It's in all of us. I mean, look at even the CIA, the governments, and how they use remote viewing um, to determine things and different things with the mind as well. So it's no secret anymore. It's out there. Um, but there's a lot of things, including pushing this Black Swan event and all the negative things that are happening in the world, and that's all people see. It just perpetuates more of the same because we are creator beings. We are divine beings of light and we can create. And when we're getting that negative input, right? It just adds to that negative cycle. But when we remember who we truly are and trust in our own heart and our own divine light and our own connection and our own discernment, we create what some would say a higher timeline for ourselves, which would actually be then also could be called a White Swan event, where you step into a higher timeline. You're living a more joyful, heart-centered, loving life, and you're connected. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully you're on board with just embracing your own divinity and your own light and connecting to source, your higher self and Christ consciousness, and bringing in that light and living that light regardless of what's going on around you. So with that in mind, let's do a little White Swan activation for ourselves, tapping into our divinity. So I'm going to walk you through a real quick meditation here, just to, with that in mind, bringing us to a heart-centered place. So go ahead and take a deep breath into your lower belly, and then just release it. Maybe do that a couple more times at your own pace. And then just feel into your beautiful heart space. Just feel into the heart. And feeling every cell of your being. We clear and protect our space. Clear and protect every cell of our being and our auric fields. We clear and protect the space around us as well. And then from our beautiful heart space, imagining our energy as a beautiful ball of light going down through our body, our legs, out our feet, out the soles of our feet into Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, to the crystalline core and back up, bringing that beautiful energy into every cell of our being. And then our energy floating up through our body and out the crown of our head, all the way up through the 12th dimensions of this matrix and out to connecting fully to source, bringing in crystalline healing from this space, added protection from this space of higher awareness, and then bringing that back down into this matrix, all the way down into this universe, to this dimension, through the crown of your head, into your beautiful heart space, knowing that you are source and are connected and that energy is within you. And you are also on this earthly plane, therefore the energy of Mother Gaia is also within you. And then just breathing into that. And knowing that this is you and part of you, you can tap into anything in the universal realm. There is no inventing, there is only tapping in. And you can also bring in things from the material realm through Mother Gaia. It is all part of you, connected in the heart. Remembering to listen through the heart. Let the feeling and knowing come through the heart, and anything that needs to release, release. Clearing and protecting our beautiful brains, our brainstem, our pineal gland, all aspects of the brain, and commanding that our sovereignty is also in all parts of us, including the brain, and that we wish to bring in divine knowing through the heart and utilize the brain to communicate with us on what that is, not the other way around with things coming at us and hitting our brain. No, through the heart to the brain, allowing our body to function as it was designed to function. And breathe. And just allowing your divine light to shine brightly within you, through your auric fields and outside of you, knowing you can create from above, from the earth, through the heart. Taking back your power. If you need to, take it back, or just energizing it even more, creating the timeline that you desire through love, just sitting here for a minute, letting it integrate and letting anything that needs to release, release. Feeling your heart, maybe putting your hands on your heart, feeling the love that you are, allowing it to flow freely. And through your mind's eye, creating the reality that you wish, that you desire. In this way, you will be creating a White Swan event for yourself and for those around you, oh beautiful one. Take a deep breath and open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you for joining me today or this evening. I wish you much love, many blessings, and that you fully embrace the light and the beautiful being that you are. Thank you, and namaste.